Tuesday! How are you today? The rain is holding off, at least for now, so I'm outside. So let's stand up and say our pledge. Stand up, put your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There we go. Good job. So we're going to do a little making today. But before we make, I thought we could read our book very first. And this is one of my favorite books. I really like this little book. And Caroline used to have this little book when she was a little girl. And guess whose it used to be before that? My book when I was a little girl. And this isn't the same one. I found this one at an old library sale. But it's called Big Dog, Little Dog, a Bedtime Story. And it's got lots and lots of rhyming words. And rhyming words are so much fun because they help your brain muscles grow. So we're going to read this, and I bet you can help me with the words. If you listen, sometimes I'm not going to say anything unless if you can guess the word that it rhymes with, okay? Fred and Ted were friends. Fred was big. Ted was little. Fred always had money. Ted was always broke. When they walked in the rain, Fred got wet, but Ted stayed. That's not a rhyming word, but what is Ted? He's the opposite of wet. He's dry. I forgot. This isn't so much rhyming words as it is opposites. So we'll talk about opposites. They both liked music. Fred played the flute. Ted played the tuba. When they ate dinner, Fred ate the spinach and Ted ate the beets. When they painted the house, Ted used red paint. Fred used green paint. One day, Fred and Ted took a trip. Fred went in his green car. Ted went in his red car. Fred drove his car slowly. Ted drove his car fast. When they got to the mountains, Ted skied all day long. What did Fred do? Fred skated all day long. By nighttime, both of them were very tired. Look, said Fred, a small hotel. Fred got a room upstairs. Ted got a room downstairs. Good night, Ted. Sleep well, said Fred. Good night, Fred. Sleep well, said Ted. Now look at this picture. Do you notice something's wrong in this picture? I see something wrong. Let's see if they figure it out. But they did not sleep well. Upstairs, Fred thumped and tossed and turned, and downstairs Ted moaned and groaned and crashed and thrashed all over the bed. When morning came, Fred called on the phone. Let's take a walk, said Fred to Ted. A good idea, said Ted to Fred. We can walk and talk. They walked uphill. They walked downhill. They made tall talk. They made small talk. Did you get any sleep last night, Ted? Not a wink, Fred. My bed is too little. My bed is too big. What can we do about it, said Ted? I don't know, Fred. I know what to do, said the bird. Just switch rooms. Ted should sleep upstairs and Fred should sleep downstairs. Of course, the birds got the word. Back to bed, yelled Ted. Back to bed, yelled Fred. It's downstairs for me, yelled Fred. It's upstairs for me, yelled Ted. Ted jumped into the little bed upstairs and Fred jumped into the big bed downstairs. Ted slept all day in the cozy little bed and Fred slept all day in the cozy big bed. Well, that was easy to fix. Big dogs need big beds, little dogs need little beds. Why make big problems out of little problems? That little bird figured it out. Roscoe's trying to tell you about it too. But the little bird was the one that said, you just need to switch beds, silly gooses. Birds know a lot about beds because they make really good nests, don't they? And speaking of nests, guess what we're making today? Man, all the birds are coming out today. Hey, Crow. We're gonna make a bird's nest with some of the materials that I put in your bag. So, are you ready? You're gonna need scissors and a glue stick. You're gonna need brown construction paper, and then pick 2 colors of other construction paper. I picked red and blue, but you can pick purple and orange or whatever, but you definitely need a brown one, okay? And then you're gonna need this Ziploc that has some yarn in it and some googly eyes. Okay. Alrighty, you can hit pause if you need to go get those things. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Now we practiced folding the other day and we practiced cutting the other day. Well, we have to do both of those things today in order to make a bird's nest. Now, I might have given you a really big piece of brown construction paper. This is a normal size. If I gave you a really huge size, you probably want to cut it in half. So just like you can fold it and cut it in half because you don't want your nest to be too big. So you can ask Mama if yours is too big. Just regular size brown paper. Okay, got that? Okay. Very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this in half. We're making a bird's nest because it's springtime and it would make a great decoration. I even saw at Rowan's house when I was driving by, she has pretty little flowers on her window and she could put this bird's nest with the birds in it by her flowers. It's like saying, hello, spring. Okay, do you have like a brown card like this? Okay, here's the very first step. And remember, if I ever go too fast, you can always press pause, okay? Roscoe, shush. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna do a half circle. So I'm gonna start at see the bottom part? I'm holding on to the bottom part that's foldy. And the top mouth part is up here. And I'm gonna cut a hill. It's like I go up the hill and I go down the hill. Look at that. I made like a hill. And when you open it up, it's a big oval. Can you do that? That rooster, I swear, goodness gracious, it's loud. Okay, once you have that, then we need to open it up and we're gonna cut right on that line. Here I go, cut, 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 cut. And that gives me 2 pieces of our nest, the front and the back. Can you get your 2 pieces? Good. Okay, I'm gonna put those down. Remember, press pause if I'm going too fast, okay? I'll try to do it a little bit slow so I can let you catch up, but if I ever go too fast, just press pause. Cheers. Delicious water. Oh, sometimes water tastes even better than other times. I love water. I love water. Do you drink enough water? Water's so good for you. Okay, back to the birds. Okay, I'm putting my nest down. My brown nest is over there. I'm not gonna touch it for a minute. I need to make 2 little birdies because we don't want him to get lonely, so we're gonna make 2 of them. We're gonna do some folding again with our folding muscles. So fold it, just like we did the brown piece of paper. Zoop. Got that one? Okay. Now this one, we're gonna cut an oval shape. And it doesn't matter which side you start from. You can start from the mouth up top or from the folded part. But I'm just gonna make, I don't wanna make it too little. I'm gonna make an oval. And because I folded it, look, there's 2 of them, but I'm only gonna need 1. So I'm gonna put one of them over here because I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna put one of them by my brown nest. Okay, are you cutting? Cut away. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm gonna show you the next thing. Get your other piece of colored paper. Same thing, we're gonna cut our second bird. This one's gonna be a blue bird. I fold it. I use my finger muscles. And then I'm gonna cut another oval out. But I only need one. Okay, are we ready? Okay, if I'm going too fast, you can press pause, okay? I'm gonna take my two birdie friends. They don't have faces yet, that's okay. And I'm gonna take one of my nest parts, not the other one, just one of them. I'm gonna take some glue. This is gonna look funny at first, but it's okay. And at the top of my nest, I'm gonna put two glue dots. One and two. It's almost like you're giving eyes to your nest. Then I'm gonna put a bird. See how the bird's coming out of the nest like that? It looks like an egg right now, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that. Let's put our other one. These are little friends. Okay, got that? Now it kind of looks like a bunny rabbit. But don't worry, we're gonna change it. Got it? Okay. Now we have to tuck these little birdies in. So we're gonna take, remember we made our two nest pieces, we're gonna have to glue this on top of that. So let's put some glue on my, hold on. Let me scoot you back some. There you go, now you can see. I'm gonna put some glue on here. Doop, 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 doop. And then I'm gonna put, see here's my funny looking rabbit thing. And I'm gonna put this on top of here. Perfect. Good job. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, let me bring you back up some. We got two birds in a nest. But this nest doesn't have enough sticks and twigs. So guess what you need to do? Before we finish the birdies, we need to fix it with some twigs and sticks. So I gave you some brown yarn. And it's in one big long piece. Well, guess what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to cut it into smaller pieces. So here I go. I'm just gonna cut them. I'm probably gonna cut them about as long as my finger. So don't cut your finger, but you can use your finger to measure it, kind of like this, and say, oh, I wanna cut it right there. Bloop. And then we're just gonna cut, cut, cut. So you start cutting your yarn while I'm cutting mine. And we can sing a cutting song. Cutting the yarn. Oh, that's not a good song. How about cut, cut, cut. Cut, 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 cut. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, 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 cut. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, 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 cut. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, 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 cut. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, 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 cut. That squirrel just threw something at me. Don't throw things at me. Okay, I have all my twigs and to make my bird's nest. So I'm gonna bring you back down here again. Let me scoot you back a little bit. I'll turn my nest this way so you can see it. I'm gonna put a bunch of glue all around my nest and I can make fun designs. Blue, 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 blue. Then I'm gonna put my nest materials. And you kind of have to poke it down a little bit. Sometimes it's gonna wanna stick to your fingers, but that's okay. Just put it all around because nests are really cool. And there's no nest that's exactly like the other one. Birds are like artists and they make all sorts of cool art choices. and they do it different designs. So yours might look a lot different than mine, and that's okay. We like that. So I'm making my nest, and sometimes I'm crossing strings. That makes it look really cool. I'm gonna cross 2 strings this time. Deep, deep, deep. Make sure you push it down really good. Deep, deep, deep. Deep, deep, deep. Deep, 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 deep. Ah! Ah! Sticking to my fingers. I'm almost done. My nest is looking good. You know, if you wanted to, you could even go find some little sticks in your yard and glue it on here too. That would look super cool. There we go. Okay. Get on there, little nest. Ah! Keep sticking to my fingers. Okay, we're almost done. There's a little hole. Just try to keep finding holes where there's no string, and then you can push it down on your glue there. There we go. That looks like a nice, warm, cozy nest. Oops, there's one left. Hold on. I didn't see that one. Okay. Now, this is starting to look like a nest, but our birds aren't looking like birds. Let's give them some googly eyes. If you look in your bag, I gave you 4 googly eyes. And they might match, or they might not match. They might be big, or they might be small, but that's okay. Birds look different, don't they? So let's put a little bit on. Doop, 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 doop. I think I might have one big-eyed bird. That's a big-eyed bird. One small-eyed bird. Doop, doop, doop. And we need a beak, don't we? I should have told you to get some little yellow paper, but a beak is just a triangle. So I might maybe I'll use a blue triangle for this birdie, and I might use a red triangle for this birdie. They'll have opposite color beaks. You remember, a triangle, you just go up the mountain, down the mountain, and usually your cross is already cut out. So we'll put a little beak on. There's one beak. There's another beak. Oh, they're so cute. They're the cute little baby birds. But wait, they're still missing something. They're missing feathers in your bag. You have some feathers. Guess what? I used to have feathers, and guess what happened to them? Lucia the cat thought they were a cat toy, and I walked in and they were all chewed up and everywhere and all messed up, so I don't get to put my feathers on. And I don't know where I can get feathers around here because I had ordered them, but I gave you feathers. So if you want to, you can put some little feathers coming off right here for the wings of the little birdie, and then they'll look extra cute and springy. But you can still tell they're birdies even without my feathers. There's a little bird talking to us right now. I think that's a grosbeak. But isn't that cute? And they have googly eyes, and who doesn't like googly eyes? You just made your very own nest. And if you have some extra yarn, you could put some on the back of the nest too. Wouldn't that be cool? Nice job. You used your finger muscles, you used your cutting muscles, you used your shape knowledge, you used your pasting fingers. You did lots of things on this little project. You can hang this up as a sign of spring, or you can be like, hey Mom, I bet you don't know how to make a bird's nest. And then you could teach your mom how to do it, because it's super easy, isn't it? This is the tricky part. Your mom probably won't know how you did that. You'll have to tell her you cut out 2 half circles and glued them together. She probably can't figure that out. But luckily, you're a good teacher, and I think you can tell her, huh? Well, good job, everybody. Y'all did awesome on that. I think we did a pretty good job on that. Should we sing a song? How about let's sing Let's sing Twinkle Twinkle. I know that's one of y'all's favorites, and we hadn't sang it in a long time. Are you ready? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good job. If you have a drink of water, take a drink. Ah, do you ever get thirsty when you're watching somebody drink? If I was you and I was watching me drink this delicious glass of ice water, oh, don't you want some? I'm trying to get you to drink your water. Water is so good for you. And do you know what? Lots of kids don't drink enough water. I know my sweet Caroline doesn't. I'm always trying to get her to drink more water. So I want you to drink lots of water today. Here I go again. Ah, how about I let you go so you can go fix you a big glass of delicious ice water? The singer song. Are you want to? I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. I love you.